Hi everyone, Darius Maxey here, back with another YouTube video. Oh, hi, how are you doing? You doing good? Good. Okay, let's get to the topic of the video, which you can see in the title. We're talking about DoorDash, DoorDash. By the way, this is not sponsored. This is not an ad. Oh my god, I wish they would. I wish that they would, like, you know, sponsor me. Like, hi DoorDash, what? Like, email me. It's Darius Maxey YT. So if you don't know what DoorDash is, again, not sponsored, it's basically a app delivery app. That's the worst description, but it's basically an app that you log into and you pick all your favorite restaurants like McDonald's, Burger King, you know, Rallies, whatever, Checkers if you live in a different area, and you punch in what you want to order, and then it comes to you. Delivery, like, or pickup. So that's basically it. I'm probably describing it in the worst way possible, so just like Google it. That's what Google's for. Anyway, that's what Google's for, so I don't fucking know what you want me to say. But yeah, it's basically a delivery app for food. Boom, there you go. And I love it. Oh my god, I love it so much. Like, I use it literally almost every day. Like, for the past 2 days, I've been ordering breakfast from there. I'm not gonna say where because y'all gonna fucking judge me. But yeah, I've been ordering, like, I order like breakfast, lunch, and dinner like literally almost every fucking day, and it's crazy. I'm addicted. I'm addicted. I love it. It's just so convenient. The convenience of it, because I don't have a car. I don't have a car, and I don't have a will to drive. So, and I'm not gonna like catch the bus or walk to. First of all, I live in like the east of New Orleans, which is like, ugh, but it's cheap here, so it's like whatever. And like, I don't have any restaurants near me. The closest restaurant I have is like McDonald's, but that's like blocks, like not even like a few blocks, like, you know, New York style. It's like road. It's like a road away, and it's like super long. I can walk there, but who gonna do that? Not me. So I just get somebody to like get it for me, and I tip them, and then, you know, like, it just makes sense. It just makes sense, and it's convenient, and I love it. But yeah, I'm gonna share some stories. Well, I'm gonna share like my best and worst experiences, and they're gonna be like blended in. So yeah, here we go. Here's my DoorDash story times. Story number 1. So I ordered from Wingstop, which if you don't know what Wingstop is, get your life together. Oh my god, it's so fucking good. It's like one of the best wing places ever. I can seriously make a whole video about that, because it's kind of like a childhood nostalgia for me, because when I was growing up in California, I used to go to Wingstop with my mom and little brother like all the time. But when they finally came down here in Louisiana, I was mind blown. I was excited. I was like over the moon. It was crazy, nuts. I was like hyping it up. Like, all of a sudden, all my friends like, Wingstop. Anyway, so I ordered Wingstop that day because I was craving it. Like, hello. And I ordered it, and the driver, I don't want to say his name, so let's just call him. Well, I remember his name, because anyway, let's call him like Kyle, because, you know, because it shows like the name of the person that's picking up your food. So I was like, oh, Kyle is like on his way to the restaurant. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. And then I have like certain instructions to how I get into my apartment. So, and he followed it, which is great, and that's gonna be, I'll tell that later. But when I got down there, this man was the finest fucking white boy I ever fucking seen. He looked like Abercrombie and Finch like model. I hope I said that right. He looked like he worked at like Hollister. No, he looked like he modeled for Hollister. That's how cute he was. I was like, whoa there, like, hello, like, oh my god, a cute white boy bringing me wings? Oh my god. I can tell he was gay because like how he was looking at me, and like, you know, we were just looking at each other like, what's up? Like, like, if I was bold enough and I was like, yo, you want to come up and like, you know, have some wings with me, I 95% sure he would have said no, but we can fuck. That's just how the gay community works. I'm just, oh, I will never forget him. Like that was just like a moment for me. Like just a moment. I don't know. But yeah, that's story number one. Story number two. So I ordered Wingstop again. Right? And I forgot the name on the screen. I don't know. It was weird because how Wingstop worked. Like I wanted wings, but I wanted a drink as well. I usually don't get a drink, but I tried to order like a size drink, which they had the sizes like there, but they didn't have like options of like what I can get. And then in the special request items, like I couldn't like put in my drink. So I was like, what the fuck? So I texted the drivers like, hey, I ordered a drink, but there's no option for it, so here's my drink. When I say this fucking woman was like, oh yeah, I got your drink order, I got your wing order, I got some napkins, I got this, I got that. You're good. You're in good hands. I'm like, oh, okay. And like, lo and behold, she pulled up in a van, and it was the guy driving the van, but the lady was in the passenger seat. When I tell you, when I got downstairs and she was pulling up, she fucking got out that van, ran to the fucking sliding door. She had like 5 different orders. I was like, oh shit! Like she got like multiple orders, and like she picked my food up and she was like, here you go, got my drink. Here you go, have a nice night. And then she hopped back in that van and drove off. I was like, oh, you deliver. Like you fucking like in this shit. Like you really like fucking getting your coins. I had to increase the fucking tip. Like I was like oh my god, I can't increase the tip after like I like order and stuff, but I felt so bad that I tipped her so low for that experience. I was like, oh my god, like if I ever like, oh my god, it was just like above and beyond. It was like she was just on it. I was, ooh, I hope I get another order from her because I want to tip her cash next time because she was on it. She was on her shit. And it was a nice Chinese couple. So this next story is not a good story. The first two were like nice experiences with DoorDash, but this one, it made me want to fight. I ordered Chinese food. Look at that segue. Chinese couple, Chinese food. I ordered Chinese food, right? Because I was really craving Chinese food. Like, I was like mouth watering for it, right? And I saw the driver. I saw her name. And it wasn't... It was... How do you say... Ghetto? Unique. Let's call it unique. It was a long, unique name. So I was like, I can't pronounce that. So I was like, okay, cool, whatever. And so she grabs the food and like off the bat, oh my god, I think I'm shaking. I'm shaking because it makes me so mad to this day. She calls me, and I hate when DoorDashers call me because I am socially awkward. I cannot talk to people over the phone. Like, no, do not call me. Do not call me. So she calls me. I have a little mini panic attack. And then I was like, okay, cool, whatever. So I answer. I'm like, hi. She's like, I'm here. I'm like, okay. Like, okay. And she was like, where you at? Because like in my like delivery instructions, I said I would be outside. Like you would see me outside. So like I guess she didn't see me. So she was like, where you at? And I was like, I'm outside. She's like, no, you're not. I'm like, who you going? I was like, okay. Like, how you gonna tell me if I'm outside or not? Like, what the fuck? I was like, what? I was just so confused. And then she was like, I'm outside. She was like, I'm outside. Where you at? I'm like, I'm outside as well. She was like, oh, well, I'm here. So come get your food. Oh my god. I was like, okay, bitch. Okay. So I'm looking for her. I'm like, seeing where she at. I'm walking down. I walk down my apartment street, and I turn, and she's like across the street. Like, cause okay, so this is my street, right? And then there's a block of apartments. She was on the other side of that block, so I was like, I see what you did wrong. I see what you did wrong. Cause when you enter my apartments, you're supposed to go one direction and then the other, and then I'm outside. She went the opposite of that direction. So she was like across from my apartment complex, and I was like, bitch, you the one that fucking fucked up. You the one that can't tell your fucking left and your right. So like, you gotta get out to with me? I was like, you know what? You know what? Chinese food. So, so I go across that fucking block, and I waved at her, and she was like, oh yeah. I was like, and I was like, thank you. And she was like, you just moved here, huh? I'm like, no, I've been here for about like a year. And she was like, oh, well, it seems like it because you don't know where you live at. I was like, I said, thank you for the food and have a nice day. And then I walked away. And I'm proud of myself for that. I am really proud of myself for that because it would have been nasty. It would have been nasty. Fuck that bitch. Because she... Oh, I had never been so angry in my entire life over food. Like, like you don't understand. Then the fact that I was craving fucking Chinese food. That's what really killed it. And she like ruined that craving. And while I was eating my Chinese food, I was just angry. Anyway. So, next story. This actually happened recently. So I was ordering breakfast, right? And I got the Dash's name, and she was on her way. I was like, okay, cool, yeah, bet. And then the Dasher like canceled. Like I don't know if she like actually canceled, but her name like disappeared. I was like, oh fuck. Like, also, wait, pause. Sorry if this video is off because I had to readjust it. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, her name disappeared. I was like, oh shit, like what the fuck? So I waited like, you know, a good like 2 minutes, and then another name popped up. I was like, okay, cool, like bet. I'm still gonna get my food. Great. And when she came and she was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. And I was like, it's the direction song. Because my delivery instructions are very clear. I make them as clear as possible. And she was like, oh my gosh, thank you for the directions. Oh, thank you for the code. Because you need a code to get in my building. My apartment. She's like, thank you for the code. Thank you for the clear instructions. Thank you for tipping more than $2. I was like, you are welcome. You are so welcome. And I don't know, that just made, and she was a nice white lady, and that just made me feel so much better. I was like, oh, I'm doing my part, and you're doing your part, and we're here. In that moment, I was like, we're here. We love each other, like, in this moment, like, in this fucking split second, and I'm probably never ever gonna see you again, but in that moment, like, she felt like there was, like, a connection. And I was hungry for some good-ass breakfast, and there was, like, I don't know, we just bonded real good in that moment. Like, people always my best friend. Like, you know, that song? That song just like was just in my head. She was like, that white woman was my best friend in that like split second. Like, fuck everybody else. Like, she brought me food and she appreciated it, and oh, it was amazing. Those little things just like make me, you know, hope for humanity type shit. So anyway, that was a good story. Yeah, total opposite from the fucking last bitch. Like, oh, anyway. Next story. This one pissed me off too. So I was ordering. I think it was lunch. It was lunch. And I ordered from PJ's Coffee. Shout out to PJ's Coffee. Oh, I'm not really into their coffee, but their teas. Oh my gosh, they do right by their teas. Oh my god. Anyway, their teas and their croissants. Oh, I love them. Yeah, so I ordered lunch from there, and I got the Dash's name, and he came over, and I was like, okay, cool, whatever. When I tell you, when he pulled up, I saw the car, and the car was like a little, not a very good car, which is fine. Like, the white lady that I just told you about, she didn't have a great car either, but that doesn't matter to me. That I don't care about that. I care about the food. I care about the food, and when I get it, like, like I don't care how it gets here or what it gets in, where, like, what the transportation of the food is. I just care about the food. Like, I don't give a fuck about that. But when I tell you, he rolled down that window, marijuana, marijuana, weed, Mary Jane, indigo. I just smelled a huff, a woof of weed. I was like, were you smoking while you were door dashing? I was like, what the fuck? Like, I understand if you like smoke in your car. That's fine. I don't give a fuck about that. But like, I can tell, because I've been in a situation where like I've been in a car and like people smoke weed. Like, I personally don't smoke weed, but it's like, whatever aspect what you do, there's a difference between a faint smell of weed and a trough, a fucking bucket, a fucking gallon of weed. And I smelled a gallon. I smelled the gallon, and my food also smelled like that. So I don't know if I got a contact high or not. I didn't feel anything, but the fact that that could have been a possibility really pissed me off. I'm shaking. Oh my god. Like, I was just like, what the fuck? I gave him a low rating and everything. And I really don't do that. Like, I don't do that at all because I respect everybody's hustles. I don't want to get anybody in trouble. But damn, bitch, I had to tell DoorDash about that. Like, no. Like, just no. Like, that's not acceptable, Like, I am so sorry that I'm a snitch, but I that was just not right. That was not okay. Next story. Then there's this other guy. I think one time I ordered like lunch from him, and then I ordered breakfast from him. I got him twice, and like both times, I just like looked at him like, damn, he like really fucking fine. But when I tell you he was in a hoopty, if you don't know what a hoopty is, it's like basically like the lowest of like quality cars, and his shit was a hoopty. Like, there was like trash all over it, and like it was just like a mess. It was a mess, but he was hot as hell. He was fine. When I tell you he was fine, he was like light skinned with like bushy hair, and like he just had like that modelistic like cheekbones, and like he was just like, girl, he was fine. And then he kind of looked like and then like when he handed me my food, he looked like really rude and like didn't want to do it. And I was like, ooh, toxic. Like, ooh, you toxic. Oh my god, I love that. But okay, that's it. That's it for that story. that's it. That's the story. But here's my big qualm. My qualm with like drivers. So again, like I said, I have like a specific delivery instruction, like, paragraphs where like I specifically say, okay, because I live next to like a different apartment complex, and like some people get mixed up like which one to go to. I say, go to the ones that look like this, the apartments that look like this, and when you get there, here is the keypad, here's like the code to like properly get in, and then when you get in, make this turn and then that turn, and I'm right there. You will see me outside. That is what exactly I say on the fucking thing. And some people, a lot of people, either make the wrong directions, they go in a different apartment complex. I remember this one driver, because when you drive into my apartment, there's like the main gate, there's the exit gate, and then there's like another gate to like a different part of the complex. Tell me why this bitch went into that gate, like in the different like complex, like, another sector of like my apartment complex. And I'm like, the fuck you doing there? Nobody told you to go there. Like, and like people don't understand the code. Like, I had to figure that code out myself. It can be complicated, but I figured it out, and I put like the most simplest code on there to get in, and people still is like, what's the code? How do I get in here? And then they don't make the right turns, so they do like the opposite, which I know damn well that means y'all don't know y'all right from y'all left. It's just frustrating. But then there's like the drivers who are like, they do exactly all of that, and then they say to me like, "Oh my god, thank you so much for your directions." A lot of people don't put the directions. I'm like, how? Why would they do that? Like, it makes your job way easier so that I can get my delivery in a satisfactory time. And that's what I do because I'm considerate, and yeah, like I'm just amazing like that. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I have to say about DoorDash. I love DoorDash. I will probably still use it to this day. Um, DoorDash. Again, this is not sponsored, but like, if y'all want to like sponsor me, that would be pretty great. Like, that'll be real nice. I'm fucking pouring myself over DoorDash. That's funny. Yeah. So like, subscribe, comment, share this video. And I'll see you guys next. Oh shit! Hi. Who the fuck are you? Rebecca. Nice to meet you. Tune in next week to meet Rebecca. Bye. Bye.